the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Ebusia Yamama Kwaba ever Nsem-Pii TV so. Now, from time immemorial, Ghana ye share democracy ase. Adeɛ baako a bi nsi da ɛwɔ Ghana yamamuo mu ɛne yenkanko mu ne removal of a chief justice, but NDC bae no omo remove a chief justice. Emma courts eguso omo di asem no. Adeɛ baako so a NC da impeachment of the president. Me no ka say flag bearer of the CPP Convention People's Party CPP aye Kwame Nkrumah party no omo petition parliament say omo impeach President Mahama according to Article 69 of the Constitution. Na ensem no ani soso DNT and omo impeach parliament say omo petition parliament say omo impeach President Mahama. Ensem no CPP flag bearer lawyer Wayo Ghana 19 nidino no or the mood details nina ama yonko na yonko tie no.
So that let's put the fire on MPP. They come into power and the same thing. Now we have a gold board that is going behind and buying the gold. Okay, so at the end of the day, both NDC and MPP can also use the system of being angry at Galamsey, capitalize on it. When we begin to talk, the Gen Z will understand where we are coming from. In the 2024 election, I was clear that when we come, Galamsey will be off because we are stopping all licenses. All right. And at the end of the day, NDC use the system of being angry at Galamsey, capitalize on it, so that let's put the fire on MPP. They come into power and the same thing. Now we have a gold board that is going behind and buying the gold. So at the end of the day, both NDC and MPP cannot stop Galamsey, but CPP we are stopping it. Okay. And that is why I brought. I don't know if I brought an action of the highest form of accountability that we should look at Article 69 and impeach the president. It's the same thing like we have impeached the Chief Justice, and you understand? It's constitutional. If when Parliament comes, you'll be there in Parliament. When Parliament comes, the Speaker must look at it. Or you'll be going there? No, I've already submitted this. We will look at it. So CPP must not be construed to be a smaller party for UP and the rest to think that you are coming around to. In fact, if they come and join us, if Alan brings his crowd, it will show that we are going back to Kwame Nkrumah and we are going to revive. All right, okay.
So Nipakra Walker say your friend Raswayo.
I'm about to say that the former Chief Justice of this Republic is behaving like a crying baby. Then I can equally also say that the president is behaving like a bully. The Chief Justice is no mean person. She's the third most important person in this country. And from what my senior, the former director of the law school, Mr. Ansasari, said that she's running around. Please, let's begin to stop these things. And kept saying the president, the president, the president. Article 1 of this constitution says that the sovereignty of this nation resides in the people. And government that is formed, whether it's an NDC government, MPP government, will have to exercise government on behalf of the people. Saying the president, as if the president is more important than all of us. It is wrong. Let us start behaving as if the president is important than everybody. It's only in Africa and only in Ghana we seem to make presidents demigods. Presidents are not demigods. They are ordinary citizens like us. It is a certain organization called a political party. Seek leadership of that party, come for election, and we will vote for them to be leaders. They are no demigods. Look at what has just happened in Madagascar. The people have shown that if you cannot serve the people, we'll put you aside. It happened in Bangladesh. So when he was saying the president has finished and the president has done that, don't try to...
Yeah, but there's a constitutional process, isn't it?
And the constitution is clear that the president is not a demigod. Article 69 even says that the president can be removed. So if there's a discourse involving the third most important person, and then the whole argument is skewed towards one person is so superior, it's a demigod, and it's not about President Mahama, it's not about President Akufo-Addo, it's not about Kwame Nkrumah, it's not about Jerry Rawlings, it's not about any of them, it's not a persona. I'm talking about the position that let's begin to move away from this concept that the president is a demigod. When Mr. Ansasa was speaking, he was saying the president and the president has finished, the president has done that. As if when the president says that is all. That is not all. What the woman is doing comes under Order 55 of judicial review. She's seeking to have a review of an administrative decision.
How many times will she do that? Because the writing down the wall, as some will say, isn't it?
She has allowed all the process to go on.
Right.
And now she's seeking to have a review of the process. And it falls within her mandate. Like my learned friend said, under fundamental human rights and freedoms. And it also goes to deepen our democracy and the legal ethos we have. Let's begin to move away from trying to force this narrative of the president, that untouchable. And I'll repeat again, it's not about President Mahama. It's not about President Kufuor. I'm talking about whoever occupies the position, even if it's you, if it's me. You are not a demigod. When a matter comes and we are discussing, let's put everything in its perspective. Let's give the respect to the president.
Yeah.
And let's give the respect to the Chief Justice. And let's allow, if you look at what the Chief Justice is doing.
Right.
What are the reasons for her removal?
I was just going to ask you what more it will add or subtract from, So
basically, if we take our time and educate the citizen on what has gone on, you can see that, for me, when I read the processes, I can equally say that we normally say that kangaroo courts are in military regimes and dispensation. This committee, the work it has done, it's a kangaroo committee. Everything it has done is shambolic.
Really?
Yes, because one, the woman is saying that even at the time, you had 3 petitions. You went through only one. 3 petitions on the same fiat. So more or less in court, when they set down issues for trial, 1, 2, 3 issues. 3 issues for trial. A court cannot say, I've determined issue 1 and leave the 2 and come and give judgment. You must determine all the 3 issues. And then let us know the verdict of the 3 issues. The Puaman committee determines only 1, runs with it, and then jettison the 2. Let's put that one aside. The one is saying that even that particular one, the first one, the Ofori petition, she petitioned for extension of time. Amaliba here saying that Attorney General can go and sleep and then come and always ask for extension of time. If it is true that the woman is saying that even the Ofori petition, upon which has been removed, she filed for, or she requested for extension of time for her lawyers to file things, did the committee allow her? They didn't allow her. August 20-something, 25th, they adjourned the entire process to September 15th. Only for her to wake up and say that September 1st, they have presented something, they are removing her. You the same inquiry, body of inquiry, the same court. You are a lawyer on the other side, I'm a lawyer on the other side. We appear before a judge. The judge adjourned the case to 15 September. I hear that 1st September, the judge is giving the ruling. Is that due process? Is that due process? So from what the woman is saying, if all these things have happened before this committee, and this committee runs, because if the committee adjourned on 25th August 2025 to resume the next court date, the return date, 15 September, and the same court does not wait, and then 1st September, you run and go and present a result that upon that basis get. Is that right? Even in the court of law, that will not happen. In court, when a matter finishes, a judge is under obligation to tell the parties that, all right, the matter is finished, evidence has been taken, now my judgment will come. The court will give it. According to the woman, all this were not done. So we shouldn't just be sweeping things under the carpet and come and let it look like the president has finished, the president has finished.
Yeah, if you look at the conditions in 146, it should be based on a petition. That's what the Constitution says,
yes.
Isn't it? If you have 3 separate petitions, you could rely on one and forget the rest, isn't it?
No. But it must be within the process. Yeah. So let it be known.
Because mind you, well, you know the legal process more than I do, the lawyers did not file jointly, right?
No, it's the same petition on one fiat.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. So
the president's request for the Puaman committee to look into the matter did not go with separate fiat.
Yeah, but I'm also saying...
No, please. So I'm giving you the legal implication.
Okay, yeah.
If they want the Daniel Ofori matter to be looked at, one fiat. If they want the other one, but this one, all the 3 of them, so in law, we call them issues for trial. You have set down 3 issues for trial.
But what I'm saying...
You are educating the
yes.
We have set down 3 issues for trial. You finish 1.
Yeah.
Go ahead and finish the other 2. Or even if you are not finished the other 2, say it in open court that, from the view of the committee, within these 2 other issues, they are immaterial. It will not do it. We will only rule on the first one. All these things, according to the woman, did not happen.
Yeah, but what I'm telling you is that these individuals...
If I can support what he's saying, when the petitions came to President Mahama, and the Chief Justice went ahead and requested for a copy of it.
Yes.
There was a prima facie determination that should have been made and was indeed made. Now, if you look at the prima facie determination, or what they say was a prima facie determination, it was just a letter. We never got any reasons. And consistently, one of the reasons why she was in the Supreme Court was that let me know the charges against me. so that I can adequately prepare and respond to it. They didn't. And then they made a prima facie determination and a suspension.
Yes.
Now, if you read the warrant that was signed by President Mahama, suspending her, and the referral to the committee,
yes,
it made it clear that he was referring 3 petitions
to the committee.
But so you cannot come back and give an answer on only one petition, especially when the prima facie determination did not separate the petitions with respect to.
That's why I'm asking the question. That's why I'm asking the question about the filing. They filed in separately. I mean.
Yes, they came in separately.
Yes,
but they were consolidated.
It's not
about how they came.
The president cannot consolidate for the committee.
No, it was not.
But he did. So that actually raises another constitutional issue.
You understand?
Can he consolidate for a committee?
And it sounds like you rightly said. If you have 3 issues set down for trial, you have 3 petitions you are dealing with. You don't deal with them in piecemeal. You don't finish the Daniel Fori one, bring it, Mr. President, we have finished this one, deal with it. Then you go and work on the other one, 2 months time, bring it. It doesn't work that way. These are the things the woman is complaining against. And if she's complaining against these procedural errors, she's simply trying to say that in sum, whatever happened at this committee cannot stand the test of time because it doesn't give the proper legal disposition. And me as a lawyer, what I'm trying to say is that let's look at those things. If these are the things she's raising, then to deepen our legal jurisprudence, we must look at these things. But we cannot come to the citizens and tell them that all these things. Mr. Ansari was a former director of the law school. So he should educate the people strictly when it comes to the legal dispensation.
Okay, this is what I'll do.
Sweep things under the carpet and try to say that, and the executive alone doesn't make the country.
Okay, this is what I want to do because lawyer Ansari is still with us. Probably I'll go to him on Zoom shortly. But let me just come into the audience. Probably, Kamal, you have a point to make briefly about this.
Listening to the legal practitioners, one thing is clear. I've said it that the Chief Justice was already targeted even in opposition before the government assumed power. So all these things the government is doing is just to frustrate her more and let her give up. I will say that at a point, much as I share in her pain,
you feel she should give up?
I feel like she should just accept fate and move on because I don't see her getting justice under this government when they've already made a fait accompli case on her. So I'll just encourage her to just move on and look at other endeavors and let it be because she will never get the judgment. People who accuse our judges to be running a unanimous FC are in power and basically the same thing is happening. So where lies the tag you gave it? Because President Mahama by now should have even been worried because just as they said, when I heard about the case, the final determination, and I asked what of the 2 happens to me?
Great question there. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I respectfully object to what he just submitted. Let me quickly go through this. I think we should begin to look at the constitutionality of the whole process since, its inception. Let's not forget that the first petition was filed under the Akufo-Addo regime. And if he says, he's making the whole thing look as though...
he's talking about the earlier one. But that was by a different individual.
A different person.
Yes,
but
yes.
His submission more or less paints the image that it's a personal vendetta against the Chief Justice from the office of John Mahama.
Yes.
But let's look at the whole legality and constitutionality of the whole process. Right from the inception, has the process that needs to be executed be followed diligently? The issue was laid before a standing committee. Was the appropriate measures that were supposed to be taken met? What suggestions were given? Now, these committee, if there's any loophole or there's any discrepancy in what they suggested, that should be looked. We shouldn't make the battle a battle between the 2 organs of government. It's not painting a direct image. Then again, we should be very careful in the way we are treating the office of the judiciary. This is a very pivotal and cardinal office in our democracy. And so I respectfully object to what he said. He said that it's more or less the president is carrying out a vendetta against the Chief Justice.
I get your point. In fact,
it's not in reality, as I said now. It's not in reality. And quickly, I would like us to tackle everything, reasonably what she's demanding
Yeah.
if it's a retiring benefit or
Then we give that to her.
Yes, let's just give that to her. But
Okay.
I just don't want to.
You don't want us to paint that
Yeah.
picture. Yeah, in fact, that's why. But that's why I was asking Lawyer Abraham Maliba earlier. I'll come to you, Dr. Educhum. Let me, because Lawyer Ansasari's name has been mentioned. Counsel, let me find out from you what you think about what Eko and Lawyer Wayo are raising about, the process, how the committee even arrived at the conclusion. You have 3 petitions before you. You deal with just one, and you leave the others. Is that not selectivity then?
No, not at all. You see, it's a matter of procedure. In civil procedure, we have a process called consolidation. So you may file 100 suits, and if they contain or relate to coterminous interests, you can apply to have one and the 99 others consolidated, so that the 99 others will abide by the decision, in the May one that will go to trial. So in this vein, 1 out of 3 petitions, was considered. The inference, therefore, which is a reasonable one, is that the 2 other petitions will abide, by the determination or the petition that was, considered. Now, the moment that process, is resorted to, it means that the 2 other petitions will become moot. And in law, when they become moot, they are not looked at again, because, the 2 petitions were considered, and the primacy of those petitions meshed, into the one, that the Scott Wama committee, determined.
Because the committee